Good morning, everyone. My name is Saxon. I'm your practitioner this morning at our Sunday service at the Hilltop Center for Spiritual Living. And I'd like to just welcome you all. And if it's your first time visiting us, I just want you to know that whatever spiritual path you're on, that you're welcomed and you belong here. And for those of you that haven't seen in a while, looks like we're going to be a while longer, but I miss you all and look forward to the day that we get to get back together again. Our theme for the month is freedom to create. And in looking at it for myself, I think of that freedom to create as a gift that is bestowed upon us by the divine. And it's a matter of whether we choose to use it or not. And so now I'd like you to join me in prayer. And so as I know these words are being spoken by myself and Reverend Guy and through our music, I know it is all divinely guided. I know that we are all connected from a place of unity, that we just need to remember the truth of who we truly are. And so this morning, I'm just grateful for this opportunity to be of service, to have Reverend Guy's words of wisdom to come forth, and for all of us to connect even though we're not present together. I'm just grateful for everyone here and for all that is unfolding in my life and in each of our lives. Recognizing that all is unfolding in divine timing, no matter what we may see on the outside, knowing the truth within, knowing that the time that we have here on this planet is an opportunity to just grow and to learn and to become that truth of who we are, to allow our soul to come forth. And so for this, I'm just truly grateful this morning, and I just give thanks and I release these words into that infinite mind of God, knowing that it is all good and it is all well, and so it is. So our reading this morning comes from Annie Hillman, from Awakening the Energies of Love, and Marcus Aurelius from Meditations. We belong to life, and at this evolutionary junction, we can trust that life knows how to engage us creatively. Our work is to be present, to listen, and to step forward when it taps the potential deep within us. Then, whatever may lie ahead in this critical time, we will be participants in life's creative unfolding and the gradual awakening to love. What doesn't transmit light creates its own darkness, and so it is. Envisioning a new world. I invite you gently to close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Feel your body relaxing as you let go of plans for the future and memories of the past. And just rest in this present moment. Breathing slowly and deeply, feel the energy of life moving through every cell of your body, bringing a sense of aliveness, deep peace, and well-being. In your mind's eye, begin to imagine a new world unfolding before you, a world of justice, beauty, equality, and fulfillment for all, a co-creative culture, an empathic society. Take a moment to look around, see and feel the beauty of this new world. Now place yourself in this environment. Feel your being coming into perfect resonance with all your surroundings. Radiant, vibrant, centered, and whole. Now see yourself fulfilling your soul's purpose, expressing your mastery, sharing your gifts and talents. Notice what you're doing. Notice how this feels in your body. In this new world, every field of endeavor has shifted to a higher frequency. All of humanity is empowered and supported. Every true need is being fulfilled. There is plenty for everyone. Creativity abounds. The division between work and play is gone. What do you know about this co-creative culture, this compassionate society? Paint the picture of the world that you dream of creating. Share images and inspiration that arise out of the collective wisdom of this resonant field. Take another deep breath, relaxing into this feeling of satisfaction and deep peace. Know that as you envision, you are bringing this new culture into reality. Feel the radiance of your heart overflowing, sending love to all of life, to every village and city, to every member of our human family. Affirm that what you have seen, felt, and declared is happening now. Feel loving presence moving through you, rekindling hope, faith, and trust in all humanity. And now, with another deep breath, just become aware of yourself seated and become present to this present moment. And just know with me the gift of that creativity that we have been bestowed by the divine. And just hold that in the silence and contemplate that. And together we say, and so it is.
Hello, my dear friends, and welcome to our Sunday celebration. Today we are embarking on a new theme for the month, the theme of the freedom to create. It's about creativity. And what a great way to initiate it on the 4th of July. And I really hope that you had a memorable 4th of July, that you were able to spend time with family and friends, that you were able to be safe, and that you took some time to reflect on this great experiment that we celebrate. Frederick Douglass in 1852 gives this powerful oration on the 4th of July, and I want to talk a little bit more about it later, but one of the things that he says is that the 4th of July is our national Passover. And again, if we think in mythic terms to the ancient Hebrews and the story of Passover, it really is, at least the myth talks about, us breaking the bondage of tyranny, of kind of having a vision that guides us, a North Star. And there's this profound document, unlike anything that had ever been written before. And truly, because it's a living document, how it continues to evolve. With these ideas, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all people are created equal, and therefore endowed with certain unalienable rights, among them being life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. What an incredible thought. I mean, it was radical then. It's radical today. It's challenging to those that would want to hold that back. And in this dynamic document, Jefferson goes on to write, he says, and so therefore, to ensure that this is going to happen, we're creating a government that's by the people and for the people, that the people will govern themselves. Wow. And then he goes on to say that if any time that government or any government destroys the opportunity for these unalienable rights, it is the duty of those people to alter or change that government. What he's talking about, coming from the Enlightenment, but as we begin to understand this from a biological and a quantum and a philosophical level, is he's talking about creating an open system. An open system comparatively to the forms of government that existed before, which are closed systems. If you think about tyranny, or any form of dictatorship, or any form of totalitarianism, or any form of oppression, it is a closed system. And what I mean by that is that it's committed to the status quo. It's committed to staying normal. Where an open system is dynamic. An open system learns. An open system changes. It improves. It heals if it has to. And, and what I think that comes from is an open system is as dynamic as the people in it. The beauty of what was created is the fertile soil in which each of us can express, no matter who we are. And again, this is an ongoing thing. Our founding fathers and mothers were far from perfect. They were flawed, but you know what? So are we. And we continue to grow and we continue to learn, with giving rights to women, giving rights to gays, giving rights to people of color, of economic situations. It's an evolutionary process. It's not closed. It's open. It's dynamic. And I think the word that I would use is it's creative. Because creativity is the very essence of what it means to be human. Because creativity is the very essence of what the divine, whatever we may call it, is. And if we are made in the image and likeness of this divine idea, then that we hold the very essence of what it is within us, which is the creative process, to learn, to grow, to experiment, to be original. And that we are holding a system that supports that allows that, as uncomfortable as that may be, as disorderly and messy as it may get. Because let's face it, we're in one of those junctures. It's not the first time our nation has faced something like this. It probably won't be the last, but this discomfort, this disorder is revealing to us how we must learn, how we must improve, and how we must heal. There is a pandemic that is right now like a forest fire because of our inaction and our inability to, as a nation, to have grappled with it. As a result of that, there is, financial upheaval that is unprecedented. And somehow in all of this, there is this growing critique of injustice and racism and brutality that is demanding it's demanding to be reckoned with. And as individuals, we're feeling levels of anxiety, of maybe safety and wondering and somewhat confusion. We want to believe in this experiment. But we might be confused as to how we take action of what we do. And from time to time in our system, we must remember and take on the mantle, the energy, the vision of these young, and they were young, radical characters that held an ideal, and in this ideal they committed to something that was bigger than themselves. They committed their life, their fortune, and their sacred honor. And I'd ask you today, is there an ideal? Is there a vision? Is there something bigger than you that you would be willing to commit your life, your fortune, and your sacred honor to? Sometimes we're asked to grow. Sometimes we're asked to expand. Sometimes we're asked to let go of comfort, to bring in newness, novelty, creativity. Again, going back to Frederick Douglass in this truly astounding oration he gives in 1852, a time when slavery still existed within the nation, and he was a freed slave. A time when the North was grappling with laws that allowed slaves who were captured in the North to be returned to their masters. And he was asked to speak at a 4th of July celebration, and he kind of was like, "Why did you guys invite me here? because we're still grappling with things, we're really incomplete, and you're wanting me to speak. It's worth reading. It really is. It's worth ingesting and meditating on. But when he talks about our founding fathers and mothers, he says this about them. And I'm going to use the male pronoun here because it was written in 1852. He says, they were men of peace, but they preferred revolution to peaceful submission to bondage. They were quiet men, but they did not shrink from agitating against oppression. They showed forbearance, but they knew its limits. They believed in order, but not in the order of tyranny. With them, nothing was settled that was not right. With them, justice, liberty, and humanity were final. And yet, there was oppression, and there was slavery. They were far from perfect. The experience itself is far from perfect. But the experiment goes on. And we now hold that mantle. We now are carrying it forward to the next level of what's being asked of it. And so we are being asked to commit to something bigger than ourselves. And I love the reading that Kurt offered to us today from Awakening the Energies of Love. I love when all the practitioners are there, but Kurt and I have this sort of special banter. We talk. We read a lot of the same books, and this book by Anne Hillman is a great introduction into the philosophy of Pierre Teilhard de Chardin of science and spirituality. But it really comes from her own personal growth, Anne Hillman. And so the quote is this: "We belong to life, and this evolutionary junction, we can trust that life knows how to engage us creatively. Our work is to be present, to listen, and to step forward. And when it taps the potential deep within us, then, whatever may lie ahead in this critical time, we will be participants in life's creative unfolding and the gradual awakening to love." So, if we are willing to be present, to listen, and to step forward, we can participate in this evolutionary experience. We will be akin to and part of this great awakening, and that spirit will be present to us and to the world. To be present. To be present means to let go of magical thinking. Stop wishing things will return to normal. Be open to what is here and what is wanting to emerge. Listen. Listen to how the divine is speaking. Listen to what is being revealed in what is happening without imposing our idea of what it is supposed to be, but asking the question, what's wanting to emerge here? Why is this happening? But also listening to the voice within ourselves. Because chances are the story that we're telling ourselves about what's happening out there has a lot to do with the story that we're telling ourselves about what's happening inside. And so we are present, and we are listening, and we step forward, we engage, we participate, and we participate in this new and revolutionary way. We step forward in kindness. Because, as Dr. Martin Luther King said, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only light can drive out darkness. Only love can drive out hate. And so kindness is an essential part of what is being asked for us. And I think we step forward with generosity And what I mean by generosity is the willingness to wake up from a trance of scarcity. You know, the ancient Hebrews, when they talked about justice, what they were talking about was enough, because their idea of justice was anchored in the concept of an abundant God. And so generosity means that we are participating in the idea that there is enough. There is enough for you, and there's enough for me, and there's enough for every man, woman, and child in this nation, no matter their gender, no matter their orientation, no matter their ethnicity, no matter their nation of origin, no matter their economic situation, no matter any of the externals, there is enough. And finally, or essentially, we participate by being revolutionaries of love, non-violent revolutionaries that are calling forth what is wanting to emerge, letting go of what was and embracing what is. And it's powerful, and it's scary, and it's apocalyptic. And again, going back to Frederick Douglass, what he says is this, he says, "For it is not light that is needed, but fire. It is not the gentle shower, but thunder. We need the storm, the whirlwind, and the earthquake. The feeling of the nation must be quickened. The conscience of the nation must be roused. The propriety of the nation must be startled. The hypocrisy of the nation must be exposed, and its crimes against God and every person must be proclaimed and denounced ere final. Not slavery, not oppression. Not then, not now." Those words rang true then, and they are as true today. And do we have the courage to be present to this, to listen to this, and to step forward with a new fire, the fire of love, the fire of kindness, the fire of generosity, the fire of embracing what is wanting to emerge, and not committing ourselves to a status quo, but to an evolving universe of which we get to creatively participate. And so this is my 4th of July wish and blessing to you. Up the rebels, down the tyrants, and welcome to the revolution. Many, many, many blessings. Thank you again for being part of our Sunday celebration, whether it's Tuesday or Thursday or Wednesday or in the morning or in the evening. Whenever you are watching it, we are just so grateful that you are. I'd like to thank our artists today. Mike Reardon, who so generously provides these beautiful photos that you see. And if you go to his website, if you don't live in Southern California and you want to see the beauty of Southern California, go to his website. There's some great pictures, but it's not just there. I mean, he's got, one of my favorites is one that he has of Sienna. So check him out. Also, check out our artists, Ahria and Coulter. They generously provide their music, and their music is available on our website. Also, there's directions to their website if you'd like to purchase more music from them. And again, thank you. Thank you. These are wild and revolutionary times. And we are here in a partnership. We are here in a fellowship. And a fellowship means there is an interdependency. We are offering you hopefully weekly inspiration and tools, and you are supporting us. So thank you for that. Your continual and generous support makes these things available. And before I forget, something that I'm really excited about is please mark your calendars for July 15th. It's a Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. California time. We're going to have a virtual town hall meeting. It will be so good to see each and every one of you. And we have lots of things to share. We have lots of things to talk about. And we are committed to transparency. So we want to let you know where we are and what's going on and what we're hoping to do. And we are also totally committed to collaboration and to consensus. We want to get your ideas. We want to share and get your response and support. And it's not just for those who are members of our brick and mortar church. Oh gosh, I'm longing to see you guys. But also if you're part of the virtual community, you are members of our community. And so please join the virtual town hall July 15th. And again, and always, to those whom you love and those whom you receive love from the bottom of my heart, I wish you many, many, many blessings. Up the rebels, down the tyrants.
It's unlikely you know the story of precisely how we came to be. Chances are we'll never know the mystery of you and me. So let you walls down and meet me in the middle. We could live just a little if you could fit a little. Or let you walls down and meet me in the middle. We could love a little bit more. I'm not talking about desire, not talking about kumbaya. I don't require no campfire. No, I just wanna say hello to my fellow people while we share a smile. Hey, so let you walls down and meet me in the middle. We could live just a little if you could fit a little. Let you walls down and meet me in the middle. We could love a little bit more. Love a little bit more. Oh, I'm gonna love a little bit more. Let you walls down and meet me in the middle. We could love a little bit more. Focus on our differences. We're talking in percentages. That DNA thing. We're just the same things. We might be worlds apart, but deep down in our hearts, we want the same things. We're just the same. Everybody's somebody's baby. Maybe, just maybe, someday we'll see that we may never ever know that mystery. Yeah, you and me. So let you walls down and meet me in the middle. We could live just a little if you could fit a little. Or let you walls down and meet me in the middle. We could love a little bit more. Love a little bit more. I'm gonna love a little bit more. Let you walls down and meet me in the middle. We could love a little bit more. Love a little bit more. I'm gonna love a little bit more. You can love a lot if it's what you've got. If not, just a little bit more. You can love a lot if it's what you got. If not, just a little bit more. Love a little bit more. Love a little bit more. And we'll live just a little